Hey there, welcome to part 2 of these golf workouts you can do at the gym. Today we're going to attack stability and we're going to hit intrinsic core stability and stability in the hips. So we're gonna make sure the transverse abdominis is firing, your multifidus is getting stronger, your glute medius has endurance and strength, so we can make sure that we are swinging pain-free and unlocking our maximal capacity to create rotation. So be sure to stay tuned. Check out these 3 stability exercises for you, your golf game, and your body. But if you need weekly golf workouts programmed for you, coaching along the way, and these workouts laid out for you beautifully, be sure to go to our website where we have free golf workouts for you there. We know you will love them. That being said though, let's get right into these 3 awesome stability exercises that you can do at the gym and you need to do each and every week. Check them out. All right, you're gonna need 2 things for these stability exercises. First is a little jump stretch band. I have a small light resistance here. If you have like the thicker, thin bands, that's fine. You can put those up around your knees. You'll see what we're talking about later, but just some type of looped little resistance band will do the trick. And then also what you need is a Swiss ball. So I have a tiny Swiss ball here. You can do a bigger Swiss ball, or you can even do no Swiss ball if you don't have one. And the first thing we're gonna do right now are our anti-rotation dead bugs. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna compress this ball in between my knees and my hands, and we like this movement for a few reasons. So it's gonna strengthen some of the deep spinal stabilizers that resist rotation. So we have to learn how to resist rotational force and brace against that before we get into big rotational movements like our rotation pillar in our exercises, or like your golf swing, case in point. So if we want to steer off injury and unlock maximal potential, we have to make sure those small stabilizer muscles around the spine are strong. So first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna go over opposite hand, opposite leg. So I compress the ball in between my opposite arm and opposite leg. Then I'm gonna come back out, switch, and then what I want you to do is make sure that lower spine is nice and super flat. So when I go through here and I go into that range of motion, I should feel a nice contraction around that belly button. We want to build up some endurance in this position. So what I want you to do today is go ahead and do 3 sets of 10, alternating, keeping that lower spine flat. If you can't keep that lower spine flat, let that foot stay up a little bit higher and you'll be able to keep that spine flat. But try to challenge yourself, go down as low as you can while keeping a nice contraction, opposite knee, opposite hand on that ball. Contract that ball, and then since we are pressing across the body, we're getting that rotational force, and we have to learn how to stabilize against that. Then, after you do that, we're going to incorporate our flexors and still strengthen the core. Get out of here, ball.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Get that little band, put it around your knee, around your feet, and we're gonna do our flexor push-pull. So these are another good one. We're gonna integrate that hip flexion, get that hip flexor stronger because it tends to be weak on a lot of people, all while still learning how to brace against that rotation. So get into kind of that same position we were for the dead bug. We're gonna push one foot out, resist, keep that lower spine flat, and then push-pull. This one's a good one for prep before a strength workout or before a round. Get the core firing. This is something you can add, just throw right into a little bag and use this to get that core firing before you go and do some big movements. So if you can't keep that lower spine flat, again, modified is start a little bit more upright, and then eventually you should be able to work your way down. This is also a really great movement if you have like hip clicking pain in your core movements. A lot of times that hip click when you're doing like leg raises or something like that, when you're trying to work your core, that is coming from weak hip flexors. So this is gonna help strengthen those so we don't get that hip clicking going on. So for that one, 2 sets of 10 on those flexor push pulls. And then, so what we did so far is we got the intrinsic spinal stabilizer stronger, or firing. We got the multifidus going, we got the transverse abdominis. So now we've set up the core in a good position and given our legs something to brace off of. So now we're going to go ahead and strengthen our glute medius, which is a spinal stabilizer or a hip stabilizer, while also getting some endurance in that. So when you want to train the hip stabilizers, they got to be strong and they have to have some endurance. It's not a big muscle where we're trying to make it bigger and stronger, like you know, your pecs or something like that. This is a small stabilizer muscles, and stabilizer muscles work best with endurance, strength endurance. So if you have a real light resistance one, you'll put it around your feet. If you have something that's heavier resistance, go ahead, put it around the knees. You'll see people do different variations. I'm not a stickler against either. This band is too light to go around the knees, so I put it around my feet for some extra resistance. So we're gonna do banded around the world steps. And what I mean by that is we're gonna step out to the front with one leg, bring it back, step out to the other side with the other leg. Then we go out, straight out to the side, straight out to the other side with the other leg, back, 45, back, straight back, and then we keep working it. Back to the front, side, side, 45, 45, straight, straight, and I'm just gonna keep going till those glutes are burning, okay? So you see how we get a lot of different planes in that? We get those glutes going until they're burning, so we're building that endurance and we're getting that good lateral movement. Two things to remember. What I don't want you to do is bob up and down, right? We're trying to get some lateral movement. I don't want to see the chicken head, right? We're not trying to stand this up or squat this up, right? We want to really work on good lateral movement. And then the second thing is just work on retracting that navel, keeping that belly button sucked into that spine, because that's going to carry over to a golf swing, right? Being able to have some good intrinsic spinal stability and activation while also keeping those glutes active, right? So when we go to the swing, we're not swinging with our lower back and injuring ourselves like Tiger Woods, right? You heard him talk about, say, oh, my glutes turn off. Let's build some endurance, stability in those glutes, get the proper muscles firing, so when you go and do a golf swing, you're ready to go. So you have 2 sets of 10 on the dead bugs, anti-rotation dead bugs. You have 2 sets of 10 on the flexor push-pulls. Then you have 2 sets of burnout on the banded around the world steps. All right, so there you go. There are 3 stability exercises you can do right now in your next workout. They are gonna be super, super beneficial, not only to your golf game, but to the health and longevity of your body. And not only the health and longevity, but your capability of being able to stay upright. If you think about it, that lumbar spine, right, is just a small column with no supporting structure around it. You know, I have my middle spine that has the big rib cage that helps support it. I have my hips that are a big, big structure, right? This lumbar is only supported by itself and the musculature around it. So you need to make sure you're doing your due diligence to make sure those intrinsic spinal stabilizers are strong and have endurance. And then lastly, we set up the core so the glutes have something to fire off of. Many people and many strength coaches and PTs out there, you're gonna see a crap ton of glute work going on all the time. They think glutes are the name of the game and the only thing that works out there. But if we do not have the foundation for these glutes to work off of, right? Same in our golf swing, they're not going to function properly. We're going to still be susceptible to more injury. So try out those exercises, whether you're a golfer or whether you're just somebody looking for some workout ideas. You need to do these anyways. You need to do your due diligence to make sure the muscles that can't be seen are firing and doing their job. So give us a thumbs up if you like the video, you like the exercises. In the comments below, let us know what gym you work out at. And lastly, if you need weekly workouts for your golf game, programmed for you, laid out beautifully with coaching tips, coaching videos, go to our website. We have some free workouts there for you. We'll know you like them. Till next time, enjoy this video.